We all good here? Just talking about Sweet 16.
Coach, why don't you go ahead and give some
Okay.
statement,
Okay.
and then just pick the mic. Yes. And then we'll open it up for questions.
Okay. Well, of course, we're really excited to be advancing, especially because it's been a goal of this program the last few years is to make it back to a Sweet 16, and Louisville hasn't been in one since 2005. So we feel blessed to be the team that can get us back there and give us a chance to do something really special and make history here.
Talk about Texas. What's the scouting report look like for Texas?
Well, Texas is obviously really good. They're the number 2 seed nationally. They probably are the most athletic and largest team that we've played all year, and they're just known to be able to shut opponents down blocking, and they'll challenge your block. But we play pretty clean volleyball at times, and we know that if we can play clean and just stay focused on next point mentality, that we can compete with them, and just challenging our players that when they make these ridiculous plays, which they will, it only counts as 1 point, not 2 or 3. Sometimes some of their plays feel like they count for more, but at the end of the day, they don't, and a point's a point. And I think we just got to remember that as we're battling with them.
Since they are the number 2 team, the number 2 seed nationally, you guys are coming in as the underdogs. You kind of already touched on it, but what is it going to take for you guys to come out of Austin with the upset?
We just need to play clean and just take it 1 point at a time. But we're going to have to play extremely well to get out of Austin, and I think our team knows that. But we also need to go in with the mentality that we can do it, and we can expect to win this match, and we shouldn't, just be satisfied with getting to the Sweet 16. And now that we've gotten there, it's like that taste, and you want more. So just making sure we mentally can stay in it, I think that's the most important thing this weekend.
You guys have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I think it really just comes down to if we believe that we can do it and play like we can upset somebody. I think we're okay with being an underdog, and I think we're okay with having to work for every point. I mean, you have to no matter what, but especially right now and in the position that we're in. So we just gotta show up, work, and play really clean.
I agree.
For the players, can you talk about how your confidence has grown after the first 2 matches in the postseason?
Yeah, I'd say that we all do feel a lot more confident because reality is that, okay, we can do this. We can upset teams when we come in as the underdog, and I think that's the mentality we're taking in to this coming game. The confidence is also translated into just a want to just play harder and get better. Like Dani said, like you get a taste and you want more. So it's kind of just like we know we can do great things, and it's now just time to do those great things on the court on Friday.
Yeah, like she said, I think we've known what we can do all year, but it's translating onto the court now. Last week we definitely dealt with some adversity, just not everybody feeling great or feeling like themselves and traveling a little bit. So getting through that and still playing really good, tough volleyball was big for us. And obviously pulling off an upset builds a lot of confidence. And I just think we have confidence in each other that the person next to you is going to get it done.
For Coach, talk about the fact of inexperience when playing against Texas.
How inexperienced? I want to say that might be a strength of ours because it's not these players that have battled against Texas a bunch of times and come up short. I mean, it's kind of like ignorance is bliss, and we just have to worry about our side of the court and not get caught up in the Texas name and the athletes and that they were number 1 and 2 recruits in the country. And I don't think many of our players are really aware of that, which is a good thing.
For the players, you all have played in 8 5-set matches and won 6 of them this season. What makes you good at hanging on for the win?
I mean, we talk about playing in quite a few 5-setters this year, and it comes back. I think our fitness and our strength and our athleticism definitely helps carry us through that. We worked our butts off in the off season, and I feel like we are very confident in that we can last a really long time, not just physically but also just mentally. I think we're tough, and we are able to hang in 5-setters simply because we expect for things to be hard. We don't expect for anything to be handed to us. So when we're put in those positions, we can handle them really well.
I agree. I think in a five-gamer, in that last set, it comes down to trusting your training. And we know that we have a solid foundation with that, not just the physical aspect, but in practice, we are put in a lot of like high pressure situations where it's do or die, and that's like the mentality in a fifth set. I also think that maybe the two, did you say we've won 6 of the 8? The 2 that we probably didn't win, we struggled with finishing, and that's also something we work on a lot, just like when you get really close to winning, just like finishing the set, not giving up 1-2 more points to the other side. So I think it just comes down to trusting our training and executing when the time is right.
You all kind of touched on this earlier, but Texas has one of the best home court advantages in the country. Kind of talk about how you're going to deal with that.
Well, one thing that's great is Western, had their best crowd ever, and it was as loud as any volleyball match I've been a part of. And so we at least have some experience with that against a big crowd, and, they were booing us, and they were pretty hostile at Western. And, we played great. But, we've been telling our players Gregory's pretty special, and it's known to be one of the best volleyball arenas in the country, and the crowd's right on top of you. But I think we just need to embrace that and let that fuel the fire and gain some momentum and some confidence just from playing in front of a big crowd, and also just playing, where volleyball means a lot to the school and the city. It's an honor, and it's rewarding for, what we've done up to this point.
Coach, you mentioned it earlier, the inexperience that your team has, only having one senior. How exactly, you typically, when it comes down to tournament play, they say more experienced teams tend to do better, but you said that that's probably an advantage that they don't really know how good Texas is. Just why do you see that as so much as an advantage?
I don't know if it's a huge advantage, but I think it's something that we can use as motivation and as a little extra twist to what can give us a mental edge. And I just think we've had to grow so much this year and overcome a lot and fight together as a group. And, when you're a senior-led team, maybe you're not put in challenges and other people don't need to figure it out. But this year, everybody's had to figure out their roles and make changes on the fly. And I think that's an advantage in the tournament because everybody's good. People are going to be playing their best. There's going to be changes that need to be made very quickly. And we've had experience all year with that.
For players, who among your teammates is on a hot streak right now, and who might surprise Texas?
Aiko, definitely. She's obviously our most physical player and somebody that is so consistent throughout long matches, and she obviously showed that in the first couple matches of the tournament and throughout the year. But I really think our pin hitters are going to surprise some people. I think high-flying Claire just can surprise a block sometimes. It's a little bit different when she gets up, and she's not very big, but she flies and she sees the court really well. And then Amber obviously does a really good job of, we say, chopping it around, giving them the tour. She kind of can hit everything, and I think that's a really big advantage because she's not going to be scared that, her favorite shot's taken away by the block. I don't have anywhere to go. She's going to find a way to still get some kills. But honestly, I feel really confident in anybody that's going to be on the court right now. Obviously, our middles are doing really well too, and backcourt. So
I'd agree. I'd think that we all, since we're so inexperienced, have so much room to grow, and that anyone could step up more than we already have at any moment. And I think anyone could surprise anyone, us included, but I do think that we all have the potential to wow some people.
What would you say are the keys to beating Texas?
We haven't talked much about Texas yet, so we're kind of getting into that today and tomorrow. But we touched a little bit on playing clean and winning with ball control. So we have to be the best passing and serving team in the gym, and not getting rattled by their monster plays, and and then they don't have any weaknesses. So I can't really say we're going to expose this or that because they don't. It's just we're going to have to rise to the occasion and trust our training in long matches.
For the players, what are the strengths of your team?
Our biggest strength, I think, is our team, just that we come together, play together, every point's with each other and for each other. And we're definitely playing like that more than ever right now. So that's a big strength. But I also think that we've shown throughout matches this year that our ball control has won us some matches, and then our block has won us some matches, and then our offense has. And so we really can, whatever's working that day is kind of what we build off of, and then everything else seems to come around it and just get a little bit better every point. And when that happens, it puts together a pretty good show.
I would agree that our strength is in our team and the bond that we have off the court that translates into playing together on the court. And when times get hard, the more we lean on each other, the better we play. And I think the mentality to just leave it all on the court is what brings us through games.
All right, thanks, Nance.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.